Guys, welcome back to the Gray Fox Mandem. This is the channel that is dedicated to encouraging men as they enter the most fulfilling time of their lives. Tonight we're going to talk about fragrances. I've got 4 here that I personally recommend. Let me introduce you to them right here in the GFM. Gentlemen, now that the pandemic is wrapping up, you're going to want to present yourself to the world again. You're going to do it in style. If you don't already have a personal fragrance, go ahead and get one. Try out a few of these, see if you like them, see what works for you. It smells different on everyone, so it is going to take a little bit of experimentation. Here are 4 fragrances that I personally use every day. I've got 2 that are quite expensive, and 2 that are not so expensive, but I use all of them in different circumstances. First of all, I want to tell you about Green Irish Tweed by Creed. Creed was invented way back in 1790. They made fragrances for King George III, believe it or not. Oh man, this is awesome. This is my go-to. This is my favorite scent. It's masculine, it's musky, has a little bit of fruity undertones to it. The top notes are lemon, verbena, and peppermint. It has some middle tones of violet and some base notes of sandalwood, iris, and ambergris. Now the base notes, those are the ones that are going to linger longer. So when you first spray this on, you have a little bit of that lemon. Oh, that's good. A little bit of that peppermint. But as the night goes on, after a couple of hours, you're going to really smell this sandalwood come through. That's what makes it very masculine. I love this scent. Unfortunately, Creed is pretty exclusive. There are only 2 stores in the United States. One is on 5th Avenue, and the other is in Vegas. Now, you can order them online. This will cost you $430. A little pricey. I had to save up for it. Next on the list, we have Creed Aventis. Now, this was my ex-girlfriend's favorite scent. And I can see why. There are a lot of ex-girlfriends where this is their favorite scent. Also by Creed, it has some top notes of mandarin, ginger, and rose. You smell that right off the bat. It has middle notes of sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. So it has sort of a little grassy kind of undertone to it. The base notes, the ones that are going to stick longer, tonka bean, some musk, birch, and styrax. It's, again, a very grassy, earthy scent. I've always found, though, that the fruitiness of Aventis sticks with me longer. Maybe that's just my own pheromones that are mixing with it as they do. But because of that, I usually consider this more musky and this more fruity. So this is perhaps a nighttime scent, whereas this is a daytime scent. Or perhaps this is more fall and winter, whereas this is more spring and summer. Hey guys, before we go on, can you do me a favor? Can you click on this little GFM icon down here? That will subscribe you to the channel. I truly appreciate that. And while you're doing all this clicking business, why don't you go ahead and click that like button? Really appreciate that. Okay, next, quite honestly, this has become kind of my go-to evening scent now. Even though I love my Green Irish Tweed, Tom Ford Noir is hot. That ex-girlfriend I was telling you about, the one this is her favorite scent, we had lunch after we broke up, and I wore this, and she noticed. It has some top notes of Indian spice and bergamot, some middle tones of kulfi, rose, jasmine, and orange, very fruity. And the base notes, the ones that are really going to stick with you, the ambergris, sandalwood, and vanilla. It's that vanilla sandalwood combination, that 1-2 punch, that really makes this a masculine scent. Almost kind of leathery. It has that woody, yet vanilla has that kind of tone that rings through. This runs about $140. Not bad. Now, it should be noted that Tom Ford Noir, from what I can tell, has been discontinued and it has been replaced by Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Yeah, I'm going to be buying that next weekend. And lastly, Armani, of course, Acqua di Gio. This one is a killer. It's so fresh. It has kind of a marine scent to it. This is the scent that I wore as a young man when I was courting my wife. It has some top notes of bergamot, neroli, and green tangerine, with some middle notes of jasmine, rock rose, and rosemary. The base notes, persimmon and patchouli. So that kind of fruitiness that kind of lingers on. It's very fresh, and it has sort of a marine kind of scent to it. This runs about $75. So gentlemen, those are the 4 scents that I like to use on a regular basis, and the situations where I like to use them. Now, you can tell that there are some differences in the price margin here. So for that reason, I tend to use these 2 a little bit more often than these. These are for special occasions when I really want the magic to happen. But I encourage you gentlemen to go out and find some signature scents that you like to use. It might take a little bit of trial and error, but that's okay. A lot of these stores that you can go to have samples that you can try. Go ahead and try those. Ask your significant other, see what he or she thinks, if they like them or not. And also bear in mind that these scents linger on over time and they change. The top notes kind of fade out after an hour or less. The base tones, if they're good, will stay with you for a good 8 hours. So guys, have fun shopping and get a variety. I think you're gonna really like that. It's gonna be fun. Take care. Peace.